Alright, hello YouTube. I am back with a new video. So today I thought I would do a little bit of a rant slash haul on, my haul video from Saturday at Rhode Island Comic Con. I'm going to be completely honest. I wasn't entirely sure whether or not I was going to do this video because my experience there, uh, this con has really gone downhill. I don't know. I don't know what their deal is, but this con is just horribly mismanaged. Their management skills are pretty much non-existent at this point. Um, their The cancellation list, is usually pretty big at Rhode Island. You can never depend on, there are always going to be cancellations, at Rhode Island, no matter how you look at it. It's just, it's what they do. It's what a lot of these celebrities end up doing. They say they're going to be there and then they cancel. um, and and this con in particular is really getting uh, their they're really moving away from like the comic side of it, which is really frustrating. um, like here, like they hardly had like any comics at all. Like I literally only came out of it with literally one book. um, which is why I went over to Geek Boutique on Sunday to pick up some comics. So I will be showing you, what I got there as well. And I will be back tomorrow for sure with my comic, with my regular, new comics, for Wednesday. No, and my buddy, I said to my buddy, I'm like, hey, dude, if it's anything like this next year, we should just, straight up skip this one, because it really just, both of us felt really at the end of the day that it just really wasn't worth the trip. But obviously, I did come out of it with, a few things. I didn't get much at all, so just, a word of warning. Um, but nonetheless, we're going to do it how we normally do it, autographs, and then, everything else. So, first up, we have a autographed picture of Sam Fisher signed by Michael Ironside himself. Michael Ironside has been on my bucket list now of people to meet now for years. And if I had to choose one highlight, of the con, despite my experience, it would definitely be this, because I love Splinter Cell to death. I grew up playing Splinter Cell. I've played, all the main, Splinter Cell titles. Um, and funny story about this, actually, you can probably tell that this picture is actually from Splinter Cell Blacklist, uh, which is the one, Splinter Cell game that Michael Ironside did not return for. Um, but funny story, as I was handing, Michael, the picture to sign, he points to it and goes, now you know that I did not, that this isn't me, right? Meaning, he did not, come back to voice Sam, for Blacklist. Another actor had to come in. Another actor, had to come in at that, during that time, because Michael Ironside wasn't able, he was actually battling cancer at the time, and he was not able, and they needed, a younger actor to be able, They needed a younger actor who was able to perform, like the mocap and stuff like that. But um, and then Michael Ironside says to me, and then he says to me, but it is a pretty badass picture. He goes, that's why I had them printed up. So basically, code for Eric Johnson sucked as Sam Fisher, and I completely agree. He did. But yeah, anyway, so there's this. So there's that, and then I got the Simpsons movie signed by Bill Morrison. Which Bill Morrison is one of the artists of The Simpsons. He was one of the guys who came up with Spider-Pig. So, yeah, I was happy to get this signed. And then I have Providence Super Crimes Unit. This is a book, pretty recent actually, and it is signed by the author. This is basically, if you like, like the X-Files, True Detective, Supernatural, stuff like that. So, and then my only comic that I was able to get signed, Suicide Squad Get Joker, signed by Alex Maleev. So I was happy to get this signed. And then my last autograph, a Venom print signed by Sam De La Rosa, who was the inker of the Venom Lethal Protector series, and you can see he signed it right here. So, but yeah, I absolutely love this piece. And then that's it for my autographs. Like, I wasn't able to get as many autographs as I'd hoped, but I did get a brand new mug, Batman 3 Jokers, my Evil Dead mug that I had a while ago, has seen better days, so I decided to get a new mug. And then I have an Exorcist cup here. So we have, obviously, Linda Blair on the mug, and it says, The Exorcist. And then this is just awesome. Damien Leone's Terrifier 3. And we have all different pictures of Art the Clown here in the Santa suit from, Terrifier 3. I am a massive, massive Terrifier fan. And then, keeping in tone with Terrifier, we have a Terrifier blanket. Damien Leone's Terrifier 2. And it is obviously Art the Clown covered in blood on the blanket, which I think is just awesome. If you haven't checked out the Terrifier series, you should really, really check it out. It is an awesome franchise. Though, a word of warning, it is a lot, and it is definitely not a franchise for you if you have a weak stomach. And then we have The Punisher, the extended cut. This I really, really was happy to get, just because I really, really needed a new copy. I really, really needed a new copy. Mine, while the DVD itself was in good condition, the case itself was broken. So I needed, I really, really needed this, replacement. And then we have, like I said, my one comic, Calico Volume 2. This is basically the Punisher, but he goes around beating up and punishing people who abuse innocent animals. And that is it. That is all I have for Rhode Island Comic Con. that is everything that I got. Like I said, it wasn't, all in all, it wasn't, my best experience. But anyway, my comics from Geek Boutique. Green Lantern Dark, #1. It's an Elseworld story. #2. #3. #4. #5. #6. And #7. And that's it. I will be back tomorrow, like I said, for my usual, comic week, new comic day. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, what I got. What do you think of the Terrifier? What do you think of the Terrifier stuff? What do you think of everything else? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.